Welcome back to Planet 13. This is Cultivated Live. I'm Jay Rosenthal. She is Krista Raymer. We've been here 2.5 days now,
Yes.
but this is the first time we've seen Munir Haque here.
Yeah,
How are you, man?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. We got a little Cure8 teaser with Eric before you.
Oh, okay.
But give us the pitch when people walk up to you on the trade show floor and they say, tell me what Cure8 is. Tell me what Cure8 is.
We are a IT security firm. So what that means is if you're building a dispensary, cultivation, manufacturing, we will come in and do the full security install, bring in the internet, give you a secure network, install your POS, and all the bells and whistles that turn on and off, and talk to the internet, and then secure it, make it functional, make it compliant. And once you open your doors and you're generating revenue, we are your IT team. We make sure you're up all the time.
And you, true or false, you are one of the people that goes everywhere and meets everybody.
I do, and it's mainly because of how passionate I am about all the new folks that are about to enter the industry or apply for a license, and all the new markets and the social equity programs. And I want to be an ear in the room, and if there's any value I can add, I want to spit it out.
How many days on the road a year? Do you know?
A very long time.
Have you been home?
I think I'm on the road and on the plane more than I'm home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because I even know your schedule a little bit. You've definitely been in Missouri, Maryland, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Las Vegas in the past.
Yeah, and I'll be back in Maryland in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And when you do that, you're in markets of varying ages, for sure. A lot of them new.
Mhm.
Like, does the level of knowledge increase when new markets come on from previous markets? Because are they building on the success of other markets, or does everybody start from sort of zero when you're talking to them?
Almost zero.
Yeah.
So because of all the
disheartening, but yes.
yeah, but because of all the travel that we've done, so Canada taught us a lot. And a little history on Cure8, like we were running around like 8 years ago talking about the importance of compliance and like data security and protecting all of your information and making sure that you can always transact, right? Nobody cared. Right?
No, because they didn't have the cost of what it looked like if they didn't have that.
Exactly, right? The downtime, right? Like you can't transact for 6 hours. What do you lose? I guarantee you that one day cost you more than a year of like IT services. Yeah. But Canada all of a sudden was like, we hear you. Can you become Canadian? And we're like, all right, let's call our lawyers. Sure.
Yeah.
And we did. And we learned so much working in a federally legal market that when the states and the new line of applications for all the different markets started coming on board, people were just they were easier to talk to. They wanted to listen. And that was very, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air. It was like, let's talk to everybody. And that's what motivates me to be on the road. Also, I'm sick of seeing people getting screwed over. Like, I don't know, like, try not to get upset when I talk about it, but it's like these folks are contributing to this industry, which is the reason why we're all here. So if we are hurting them and making them go broke before they can generate revenue, what are we doing? Right. So I try to add some some facts and guidance of what to look out for. And yeah, I would love for you to use me, but if you don't, at least take away like what I'm telling you should have or look for.
Yeah.
We got some helpful tips.
Yes.
Do I have some helpful tips?
Yeah, you've got like lots of helpful tips. Like,
yeah.
Listen in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's free. You want to talk? It's free.
Right.
Maybe buy me a drink. Like,
right. You're up for it. It's, I think about this is so weird, but like I think about you and the team when I see like sometimes back of house of a dispensary and go into the like tech room.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, this is not. Cure8 didn't do this.
No.
Like I see that, but then I was actually at a office building, not cannabis related, and they had a locked internet cabinet, and I needed to plug directly in because I didn't want to be on Wi-Fi. And I was like, does anybody have the key? They're like, yeah, it's underneath, like it's the key. That's the key that you see right there. I'm like, no. Like it's supposed to be a locked cabinet. Like why would you keep the key where I can find it just by yelling? Like
your heartbeat is accessible to anybody that walks back there,
And when I've heard you guys talk about it, it is so much like, I think you and Eric, when you do a presentation, like you show a spaghetti wires.
Oh, yeah.
And then you show like, here's what it should look like.
Yeah.
Because when you call when something goes wrong or you need to do something,
Yeah.
you want to be talking to the neat box,
Right.
not the spaghetti wires.
Yeah, you don't want to lift a bunch of cables and crawl underneath and be like, okay, let's follow this one from this end to this end. Nope, that wasn't it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you provide more feedback than turn it off and turn it back on.
Control Alt Delete. No.
That's really good feedback, though. Like, turn it off and turn it on is great. You know, my wife sometimes calls me for IT help from work. I was like, did you turn it off and on? She's like, oh my God, thank you. Everything's working.
Yes. No. But
Send her a bill.
That used to be the ongoing joke always when I used to have to call IT and I worked with a retailer. And the first response every time was turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I already did that. That's why I'm calling.
Or we're seeing this a lot because of the rat nest. Is it plugged in?
What?
You know, like
Oh, right.
motors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Is it plugged in?
God.
Yeah.
No.
Because, you know, rat nest, something moves, it will yank something
Right.
out.
The whole thing. Well, I've been
Yeah.
doing that. This has been on me.
Yeah.
But the plug here, I keep moving my computer this way, and it keeps unplugging here. So I'm like, I'm plugged in, and then the battery goes to like 0 because I actually have not plugged in. Yeah. But this actually speaks to the fact that not everybody you're dealing with, certainly in the retail level, has great experience of setting up IT or security or compliance or any of it, and they need people to help them guide the way.
100%. When you're in the beginning of a build out or you're about to scale, there's so many things you need to worry about. There's a million things going on. You guys know this. You've seen it. Like, you don't need to worry about this. Give it to somebody else and focus on everything else. So, you know, take all the help you can. And it's also about vetting your vendors, like who's truly doing what. And, you know, having like a good PM to maybe oversee it. But I just recommend, like, and it's a very stressful, you know, time, and alleviate as much as you can, right?
Because it's going to get more stressful. Even no matter how stressful you think the setup is, wait till people are in the shop for a week and you're like, oh my God.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Munir, I really appreciate you coming by and being
same.
patient with your time and sharing your expertise and spending time even outside of this week, because it's always nice to see you in person and
Same.
online. But in person is fun too. Thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me, guys.
He's Munir Haque. You are Krista Raymer. I am Jay Rosenthal. This is Planet 13, and the program is Cultivated Live. We'll be right back with Deepak Anand, who I did see walking by. We'll be right back with Deepak.
Thank you, guys.